I'm not happy about the lighting, I will tell you that right now. Whoever illuminated this room with that one light bulb and that window with the shades mostly drawn, this isn't right. It's too much. It's a little bit whited out, right? You are looking at me through the eyes of one of my new toys, looking at one of my other new toys. I will explain why I have new toys later. First, I would like to tell you that I am a man of no discipline, a man of almost no self-control, and it's a problem, and I'm working on it. Well, a problem. I wouldn't exactly say it's a problem because I have a wonderful life, but it would be even better if I had more self-control and more discipline. And that's part of why I decided to make this video series in the first place, because one mental technique I've discovered is sometimes when you tell somebody something like, oh, I don't have enough discipline to do this thing that I want to do, sometimes the act of saying that gives you the a little boost that helps you actually do it. Like, especially for playing my musical instruments, I've found that every time, sometimes I go days without playing, which I really shouldn't do because I absolutely need to get super awesome in order to get what I want out of life, which is the love and adulation of a huge number of people, right? It's not about the money for me. That's secondary. Of course, it's easy to say that when you have it. But anyway, so, but like if I go up to somebody and I say something like, man, I wish I had the discipline to just play my instrument for 3 hours, but I'm just not feeling it. I wish I was the kind of person who could just do that. Whenever I say something like that, it gives, it makes me do it. I'm like, okay, now I'm all embarrassed that I opened up to somebody like that, and now I'm feeling, there's really absolutely no reason why not. I kind of am in the mood to play, and I do, and it's wonderful. Welcome to Marler's Movie Reviews and Relationship Advice. I'm Marler, and I have a very special episode for you today. First of all, Jackie, I'm not answering your question, okay? I'm not answering your question yet, Jackie, because I'm still researching it. That might be in the next episode. But I'm going to produce my very first top 2 list. What will it be? What will it be? Everybody's wondering. Everyone wants to find out. Got a relationship? Well, then you, my friend, have got a relationship problem. Share with me your hilarious relationship problem, and I will share with you my sage advice. Got a movie? I will review it. Need an opinion on anything else? Let me know. Got some advice for me? Lay it on me. A couple weeks ago, I came home from a very, very successful drum session at my parents' house where I play my drums, and I found that some of my stuff was missing because I had allowed the security in my living room to be lax so that anybody who really, really wanted to and understood the value of the artifacts could just walk in and take my stuff. So somebody came in and took my basses and my computer and my brand new microphone and my brand new camera, and that's why we're back to crappy mode. I'd been hoping to have better quality by this time. Somebody took my stuff, and it was either a deranged fan of the show who was jealous of my success and just had to stop it and was trying to cramp my style and kill my mood, or else it was time travelers from the future who recognized the historic significance of the very first bass that I have ever owned, and a computer with unreleased recordings of my voice, and took them to the future to sell them for, I assume, several thousand pounds of gold or whatever they consider valuable in that day. But you know what? Joke's on you, thieves. The joke is on you, thieves, because you did not harsh my mellow. Because what you don't realize is that I could afford to go to the store and buy a whole bunch of new stuff the very next day. And it was fun. I went to the store and I found they have all new computers. I thought that my 3-month-old computer was cool. No, it was garbage. I should have thrown it away. If I had known that you were coming, I would have, you could have just asked. It was shit. This computer is a lot better. It has a keyboard that glows. Okay? I got a touch screen. I'm actually touching myself right now in two different ways. That's awesome. It still has a numlock key, which I don't get. I do not get the numlock key. Anyway, so I got some new toys. Finally, I felt like I was finally ready for a bass with 5 knobs. I don't know if I mean, I'll let you judge in the future. I think I'm ready for 5 knobs. This thing has 5 little doobobs on it. It's almost more than I can handle. It sounds so good. I can't wait to get my new microphone and make some recordings with my new friend. I went to the store drunk, which probably is not a good idea, but I went to the store drunk and got just the most ostensibly badass instrument I could find, and I expected to get home and sober up the next day and be like, oh, can't believe I dropped that much money on a POS that I thought was cool. But no, I got home and I looked at it. It's even cooler than I thought. We got Mother Pearl in there. It's nice. It's got a switch. I knew I had 5 knobs. It's got 5 knobs and a switch. Okay, enough about that. Today's episode is my top 2 movies that I like that everyone else thinks are lame. Number 2, Red 2. Red 2 came out a few months ago. I loved it. It's got some great actors. It's got John Malkovich. I love John Malkovich. I love him in absolutely everything he's been in, with the possible exception of Warm Bodies, which has him, and I don't want to see it. Maybe I'm going to find a way to just watch John Malkovich's scenes. If somebody could cut like a 10-minute movie of just his scenes in Warm Bodies for me, do that as a favor for me. I'll watch that and review it. That'd be awesome. I thought Red 2 was delightful. Malkovich's character was delightful. That other guy that he always plays a badass, but it was kind of a different spin. It was kind of what, I don't know, I felt like it was kind of, for me, it was kind of what The Watchmen should have been. Because what The Watchmen was supposed to be was it was supposed to be a superhero movie that takes on a new angle by showing them as washed up and old. And you're supposed to be like, oh, that's really interesting because you're showing them as all washed up old people with their problems. No, that's exactly the part of life that is not interesting. There's a reason why we never showed that. We never should have. Watchmen sucked. I'm still angry. Oh, I am still angry at how much Watchmen sucked. I've never felt more betrayed by a movie. Watchmen is the only movie that I've ever seen at an opening night, midnight showing. And man, was I disappointed. Red 2 kind of tried to do the same thing. You take these guys who are too old to be action stars, make a movie out of them, and kind of everybody's doing that now, aren't they? Didn't they do? Wasn't that the theme of the new Stallone movie? Jackie Chan is 70 something now, but felt like it worked. I liked Red 2. Didn't love it, but everybody else hated it. I liked it. Number 1 movie that everybody else hated that I kind of liked was The Purge. You all know the premise. In a future United States, they have decided that one night a week, all crime is legal, with the exception of you can only use class 4 weapons and below, whatever that is. I don't know what the cutoff is, if it's bazookas or whatever, but you could definitely use a machine gun. And you can't kill anybody who's a level 10 government employee or above. Now, this is important, by the way, even though I said that it's a movie I liked that everyone else didn't like. I'm only going to talk about the things about it that I thought were stupid and lame. I thought it was kind of a complicated movie philosophically, but think about the logic here. Supposedly having one day a year where for 12 hours all crime is legal, apparently that helps us as a society be crime-free the rest of the time. Right? Isn't that... I think that was the logic. That seemed to be what the movie was trying to say. But imagine if we took all the crime that our society has and we just had all that crime on one day. Would that really be better? Would we really be like, now we have a society with the exact same amount of crime as we used to have back in the 20-teens? It's just now it's all on one day instead of spread out. Would that really be an improvement? I think so, yes. I think a little bit. Because I actually did just get robbed a couple weeks ago, like I mentioned. And yeah, it would have been convenient if I had known. This is the day you're going to get robbed. Everybody in The Purge kind of either goes the evil route and goes out and goes on and purges their bad feelings, or else they hole up and are defensive. I think I might have taken a different route. I think I might have just left my stuff out and be like, oh, you want to break into my house and steal my stuff? Well, you know what? Joke's on you. I'm not going to close the door, even. Here's my stuff. I'm putting my stuff on the lawn. It's not a trap. You're going to think I'm messing with you. You're going to think I'm just baiting you to come in so that I can snipe you off easy. So that's my sick high, while you're going around chasing and trying to kill poor people, or trying to break into the most hard to break in house there is, or whatever you do on purge night. You know what I'm doing? I'm going to torture you by just giving you my stuff and letting you just live with the fear that I am there somehow with some kind of plan to get back at you for taking my stuff, and you will have to have that fear for the rest of your life.